Hi friends, myself Tapasya. Welcome to our YouTube channel Online Infopedia. Today let's discuss about top 11 current affairs topic. Third week one-liners from 13th December to 19th December. Topics I will be covering are important days to be focused, defense, international, national, states, sports, environment, economics, person in news, science and technology and general knowledge, which is very important for all types of competitive exams. Do subscribe to my channel and click the bell notification icon for more updates related to current affairs, GK, general awareness and interview tips and tricks. Feel free to write your queries in the comment section and I will be happy to help you. Let's move on to the first topic of third week, December 2020 is important days to be focused. Theme for International Migrants Day 2020 is Reimagining Human Mobility, celebrated on 18th December. Arabic Language Day is on 18th December. World Minorities Rights Day is on 18th December. Next is Defense Updates. First state of the heart worship of Project 17A for Indian Navy built by Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited GRSE is Himgiri. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh unveiled the logo for Swarnim Vijay Varsh to mark the 50th anniversary of the 1971 India-Pakistan War. This organization will develop a 6 new airborne warning and control system AWACS planes that will improve the Indian Air Force surveillance capabilities or Defense Research and Development Organization DRDO. The 35th edition of India Coordinated Patrol CORPAT between the navies was conducted from 17 to 18 December 2020 is in Indonesia. Next is economy updates. Export-Import Bank of India, Exim Bank and Dash jointly plan to set up an Alternative Investment Fund AIF to provide equity and loan advance to small and medium enterprises SMEs which could arise as a rising star in the export firmament is Small Industrial Development Bank of India SIDBI. The Bombay Stock Exchange launched an electronic spot platform for agriculture commodities is BSEE Agriculture Markets Limited or BEAM. The Reserve Bank of India RBI has decided to set up an automated banknote processing center ABPC in Dash for receipt storage and dispatch of currency note is Jaipur. The Reserve Bank of India decided to introduce the positive pay system for check from 1st January 2021 under which reconfirmation of key details may be needed for payments beyond is Rs 50,000. India's first spot bullion exchange will set up at International Financial Service Centre IFSE, Gift City, Gujarat. The Dash has launched the communication between taxpayer feature on its portal is GST Network GSTN. New digital payment app of India Post Payments India is IPPB is DuckPay. The National Payment Corporation of India NPCI has launched an offline contactless payment feature for RuPay cardholders. The Metal Credit Card Pioneer Heritage Credit Card was launched by IndusLand Bank. Winner of the Global Sustainability Award 2020 given by Energy and Environment Foundation is Kerala-based ESAF Small Finance Bank. Next is environment updates. According to data, largest CO2 emitter is United States of America. India carbon dioxide emission is 3% of emission. India's contribution to greenhouse gas GHG emission is 6.8% of global emissions. India has only 2.4% of the world's land area and 17% population and preserved 8% of world's biodiversity and dash of forest cover is 24.56%. Next is international updates. On 12 December 2020, the virtual Global Climate Summit was organized on the occasion of the 5th anniversary of the landmark Paris Climate Agreement by the United Kingdom. The Indian side confirmed the approval of a $448 million line of credit to be extended by India for 4 development projects in Dash in the field of road construction, sewerage treatment and information technology is Uzbekistan. India and Dash signed a MOU on High Impact Community Development Project HICDP is Sri Lanka. 5 most dangerous country for practice of journalism in the world according to the International Federation of Journalists IFJ is Iraq, Mexico, the Philippines, Pakistan and India. Recipient of the UN Population Award 2020, a first time for an institution in India is LBH India. On 12 December 2020, United Kingdom and France in partnership with Chile and Italy co-hosted the virtual Climate Ambition Summit of the World Climate Leaders is the United Nations. The most affected country on earth imposing devastating loss to the country's economy according to World Terrorism Index 2020 released by the Australia-based Institute for Economics and Peace IEP is Afghanistan. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO has decided to launch a USD 50,000 international prize in the field of creative economy in the name of which will be given away once in 2 years for global economic initiatives of the youth as cultural workers and organization is Banga Bandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. The first trilateral working group meeting between India, Iran and on joint use of Chabahar port held virtually on 14 December 2020 is Uzbekistan. UNESCO has declared 2021 as International Year of Creative Economy for Sustainable Development. First world leader who died due to coronavirus is Ambrose Lamini, Prime Minister of Eswatini. A new collaboration that jointly launched by the World Health Organization (WHO) and the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies (IRFC) to strengthen the delivery of emergency medical and health services during humanitarian crisis is Emergency Medical Team (EMT) initiative. India is the fourth most connected country in the world after China and Japan according to the Air Connectivity Report by International Air Transport Association IATA, the United States. The most connected region in the world according to IATA's Air Connectivity Ranking for 2019 is Asia. This nation observed the Martyred Intellectuals Day to mark the day of killing hundreds of intellectuals including teachers, doctors, journalists and others on 14 December 1971 is Bangladesh. Norwegian Institute of Bioeconomy Research (NIBIO) has signed a MOU with this Indian Institute for Development of Sludge Management Framework in India is Center for Ganga River Basin Management and Studies (CGanga). International Monetary Fund (IMF) will establish the Caucasus, Central Asia and Mongolia Regional Capacity Development Center (CCAMTAC) in Almaty City, Kazakhstan. India's rank in UNDP Human Development Index 2020 HDI 2020 is 131. First position in the Human Development Index 2020 is Norway, last is Niger at 189. The Indian government has approved the 6th multi-facilitated integrated check post along the India-Bangladesh borders in Sabroom in southern Tripura. A railway link between in India and Chilhadi in Bangladesh has been inaugurated in Haldibari. A virtual event was organized by Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure (CDRI) and UN Office for Disaster Risk Reduction (UNDRR) on 17 December under the theme of Build Back Better, Building Resilient Health Infrastructure and Supply Chain. A protocol on transboundary elephant conservation was signed between India and Bangladesh. India's rank in the Human Freedom Index 2020 released by the Cato Institute US and Fraser Institute Canada is 111. India was ranked in terms of personal freedom and 105 on economic freedom according to the Human Freedom Index 2020 is 110. First position in the Human Freedom Index 2020 is New Zealand. India College Building, which was recognized with the Award of Merit in the 2020 UNESCO Asia Pacific Award for Cultural Heritage Conservation is Srinagar-based Amar Singh College. Next is national updates. Exempted items from Quality Control Order under Toys Quality Control Second Amendment Order 2020 is Handicraft and GI Toys. Under the theme of Emerging Pathway for Building a Resilient Post-COVID-19 Mountain Economy, Adaptation, Innovation and Acceleration, the 9th edition of the Sustainable Mountain Development Summit SMDS on 11 December has begun in Dehradun. Winner of the CII Industrial Innovation Award 2020 is Matrix Concept. Fertility in India as per National Family Health Survey NFHS 4 is 2.2. To deliver the carbon neutrality pledge for Education Institute for achieving net zero carbon neutrality by the Education Institute by 2040 to 2075, this organization announced a partnership with TERRE Policy Center, a non-profit organization, is All India Council for Higher Technical Education. The institution that partnered with TERRE Policy Center to obtain a position as Non-Zero Net Zero Energy Efficiency Services Limited (EESL). A white paper Vision 2035 Public Health Surveillance in India with a vision is released by NITA Ayog National Institute for Transforming India. This institution organized Vignan Yatra virtually, which is promotional activity of the India International Science Festival is Indian Association of the Cultivation of Science IACS Kolkata. The first state in India which have a dedicated action plan for conservation of the pangolins is Maharashtra. Total fertility rates TFR in 19 out of the 22 states and UTs according to the first phase of the 2019-20 National Family Health Survey NFHS-5 is 2.1%. FSSAI's initiative, which is a certification system for food business supplying food directly to consumers either on or off-premise, is Food Hygiene Rating Scheme. India will set up a National Security Committee which will declare a list of trusted sources and products for telecom service providers. It will be headed by Deputy National Security Advisor. The Government of India and Daesh signed a loan agreement for $1,000 million to provide support to Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan through MGNREG scheme, East New Development Bank. Winner of the prestigious Golden Peacock Environment Management Award for the year 2020 in the steel sector given by the Institute of Director is Steel Authority of India Limited SAIL. Only 3 states which have TFR above replacement levels now: Manipur 2.2, Meghalaya 2.9 and Bihar 3.0. This organization approved 4 India projects worth over $800 million to support development initiatives in Chhattisgarh, Nagaland, and Second Dam Improvement and Rehabilitation Project DRIP-2 is World Bank. The Confederation of Indian Industry CII conferred the Most Innovative Institute of the Year 2020 award to Indian Institute of Technology IIT Madras. Indian Space Research Organization ISRO Space Situational Awareness SSA Control Center aimed at monitoring, tracking and protecting India's space asset is NETRA Network for Space Object Tracking and Analysis Bangalore. Next is Person in News Updates. Winner of the Ramanujan Prize for Young Mathematicians 2020 for her outstanding work in algebraic geometry given by the Government of India. Winner of the Ramanujan Prize for Young Mathematicians 2020 for her outstanding work in algebraic geometry given by the Government of India in collaboration with ICTP International Center for Theoretical Physics and the International Mathematical Union IMU is Dr. Carolina Araujo from Brazil, first non-Indian to receive this prize. Author of the book Parva, which has been translated into Chinese and Russian languages, is Dr. S.L. Bhairappa, Kannada writer. Newly promoted as executive directors in the Reserve Bank of India is R. Subramanian, R.S. Ratho, and Rohit Jain. Author of the book Grandparents Bag of Stories and Grandma Bag of Stories is Sudha Murthy. Author of the book The Presidential Years is Pranab Mukherjee. Recipient of the National Water Award for his decade-long concerted efforts in the field of water conservation in Maharashtra is Shivaji Gadge, Marathi writer and journalist. Winner of the Meghdut Award 2019-20 in general category for Gramin Dak Sevak given by Department of Post is Ketan Nayak. Winner of the Meghdut Award 2019-20 in Best Woman Employee category is Rinchen. Winner of the 2020 Distinguished Achievement Award given by the United States-based International Security Foundation ISF is Dinesh Elangovan, Tamil Nadu. Winner of National Ladli Media Award for the year 2020, instituted by Population First and supported by United Nations Population Fund, is Rudra Prasanna Rath, Odia columnist. New additional nominee, non-executive director of Universal Sampo General Insurance Co. Partha Pratin Sengupta, MD and CEO of Indian Overseas Bank. Indian who is elected as the Vice President of Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union ABU for 3 years is Sakshi Shekhar Vempati, CEO of Prasar Bharati. Indian entrepreneur who won the prestigious Young Champions of the Earth 2020 prize given by the United Nations Environment Programme is Vidyut Mohan, co-founder of Takachar. Next is sports news. Host of the 2030 Asian Games is Qatar at Doha. New event program in the 19th Asian Games Hangzhou 2022 is Esports and Breaking. This country has pledged a sum of $1 million to the World Anti-Doping Agency (WADA) towards its scientific research budget to develop innovative anti-doping testing and detection method is India. New type of competitive sports formally recognized by the Ministry of Sports is Yogasana. An institution which was established for preservative and development of yoga as a competitive sport and was recognized by the Sports Ministry as a National Sports Federation (NSF) is National Yogasana Sports Federation of India (NYSFI). President of International Yogasana Sports Federation (IYSF) is Yoga Guru Baba Ramdev. Winner of the Best FIFA Player Award 2020 is Robert Lewandowski of Poland (men), Lucy Bronze of England (women). Winner of the FIFA Puskas Award 2020 is Son Heung-min, South Korea. This country was banned on 17 December from using its name, flag and anthem at the next two Olympics or any World Championship for the next 2 years by the Court of Arbitration for Sport is Russia. Next is state current affairs. Maharashtra government announced that 25 crore rupees will be provided in the first phase for the development of Dijipur Sanctuary, which is part of the Radhanagiri Wildlife Sanctuary in Kolhapur district. Maharashtra Department of Social Justice launched an ambitious scheme for the distribution of assistive devices to lakhs of persons with disabilities through Maharashtra System for Health and Rehabilitation Assistance or Mahasharad digital platform. This state government issued a resolution putting in place a strict dress code as no jeans, t-shirts and slippers and khadi clothes once a week for all its employees and officials is Maharashtra. In 81st Snoopy Land Day 2020 was observed on 12 December 2020, remembering the brave mothers who fought against the mass exploitations and artificial famine triggered by the mighty British Empire is Manipur. Rudraksh, a world-class convention center, will be set up in Varanasi, UP. New chief executive member of the Bodoland Territorial Council is Pramod Bodo, president of the United People Party's Liberal. This state government has set up a venture fund of Rs 10 crore under HIM startup scheme to promote and encourage the new entrepreneurs of the state, Himachal Pradesh. This state government launched the Amma Mini Clinic scheme is Tamil Nadu. The Prime Minister laid foundation stone for desalination plant in Mandvi, Gujarat. This state government launched the YSR Free Crop Insurance Scheme for the benefit of farmers who have lost their crops during 2019 is Andhra Pradesh. Ladakh Ki New Year Losar is celebrated on 15 December 2020. This UT government launched Namaswar Agriculture Rejuvenation Scheme to provide a back-end subsidy to farmers cultivating sugarcane is Puducherry. This state government has announced Kisan Kalyan Mission, a special program to double the income of farmer is Uttar Pradesh. India's first mega leather park will be established in Kanpur's Ramaipur village, Uttar Pradesh. This state government launched Parishram portal along with 22 online services of labor and employees. State Insurance Department is Odisha. Liberation Day of Goa is celebrated on 19 December. Maharashtra First International Sports University will be set up in Pune district, upgradation of Balewadi Sports Complex. Next is Science and Technology updates. India's first indigenous mRNA vaccine candidate for COVID-19 is HGCO19 developed by Genova, Pune. World first light-based quantum computer which is created by Chinese scientist is Jiazhang. India's 42nd communication satellite, which is scheduled to launch on 17 December 2020 CMS-01. The next generation Angara A5 rocket is developed by Russia's Roscosmos. Scientists at the International Advanced Research Center for Powder Metallurgy and New Materials ARCI and DASH have developed high-performance hybrid supercapacitor which can pave the way for the next generation high-power is high-energy storage devices. Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. World first aircraft with an artificial intelligence robot as co-pilot named Artu is developed by US military. Next is general knowledge updates. Product of the share price and number of the company outstanding ordinary shares market capitalization. A kind of security which one offers for taking an advance or loan from someone is mortgage. An investment scheme which pools money from various investors in order to purchase securities is mutual fund. Loans given by a bank on which repayment or interest payment are not being made on time is non-performing asset NPA. A number issued by the Income Tax Department to their taxpayers is permanent account number. Dash is a name given to credit cards, debit card, ATM cards and international cards issued by bank is plastic money. A location at which a payment of a card transaction occurs is point of sale. Rate of interest at which a bank gives loan to its most reliable customer, that is customer with zero risk, is prime lending rate. An amount that a commercial bank should have before giving credits to its customer, which should be either in the form of gold, money or bond, is statutory liquidity ratio SLR. When financial institutions and banks undertake activities related to banking like investment, issue of debit and credit card, etc., then it is known as universal banking. Is similar to retail banking, which mainly focuses on the financial needs of the institution's clients and the industry, is wholesale banking. A book where details of all bank transactions are recorded is passbook. A bond that is sold at good discount as it has no coupon is zero coupon bond. India Post Payment Bank IPPB was launched on 1st September 2018. Equity contribution of owners is capital funds. A component of regulatory capital which consists mainly of share capital and disclosed reserves minus goodwill if any is Tier 1 capital, also termed as core capital. A component of regulatory capital which consists of certain reserves and certain types of subordinated debt is Tier 2 capital, also termed as supplementary capital. Ratio of assets to capital is leverage. That portion of a company's profit not paid out as a dividends to shareholder is capital reserves, also known as undistributable reserves. A committee of bank supervisors consisting of members from each of the G10 countries is BASEL committee. An agreement concluded among country representatives in 1988 to develop standardized risk-based capital requirement for banks across countries is BASEL Capital Accord. The notional amount of the asset is multiplied by the risk weight assigned to the asset to arrive at the risk-weighted asset number is risk-weighted asset. CRAR is capital to risk-weighted assets ratio. Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union, founded on 1st July 1964, headquarters is in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The risk that a party to a contractual agreement or transaction will be unable to meet its obligations or will default on commitment is credit risk. The risk of the loss arising from movement in market prices or rates away from the rates or prices set out in a transaction or agreement is market risk. Techniques used to mitigate the credit risk through exposure being collateralized in whole or in part with cash or securities or guaranteed by a third party is credit risk mitigation. A bond type security in which the collateral is provided by a pool of mortgages is mortgage-backed security. An instrument which derives its value from an underlying product is derivative. An asset, including a leased asset, becomes non-performing when it ceases to generate income for the bank is non-performing assets NPA. Equity minus net NPA divided by total assets minus intangible asset is coverage ratio. An account where the bank grants to the borrower concession that the bank would not otherwise consider is restructured account. an asset which has remained NPA for a period less than or equal to 12 months substandard asset. That's all friends. Hope this video was useful. Let's meet next week with more GK and current affairs updates. Myself Tapasya. Thanks for watching. Until next time, good luck and goodbye.